Mm.
Hi everyone, it's Mabunda, owner of Intimate Me. I'm a relationship and sex coach. Today I'm not by myself. I'm with my amazing husband. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Mabunda.
Hi babe. Okay, we're doing this video because I just want to reach out to other couples during this time of lockdown in South Africa and with the outbreak of the COVID-19. We've seen a lot of headlines where people are saying in China divorce rates skyrocketed because of a lockdown. So I want to do this to say to other couples, listen, we're all going through the most during this time. And if you've got your partner, instead of fighting each other, why don't you hold hands and get through this together? So I asked different couples to also do videos that I'll be posting probably every day as I get them. And yeah, so we can all relate and learn from each other as couples. So yeah, hopefully these videos will help out with people's marriages. Okay, so I did a list of questions that we're going to be answering as well, Sinajabu. And yeah, just to tell you guys how we have been handling the lockdown and the uncertainty, and where our strengths lies and where our weaknesses lies, and how we just getting through each and every day.
Yeah.
So basically, number one is please introduce yourself. We have introduced ourselves, but I'll tell you, as I said, Mabunda, relationship and sex coach, babe. What do you do?
I work for a company that does testing and inspections of bulk liquids into Devonport.
It's clear. Okay, how long have you been together, dating and married?
We've been together since 2008 November, so that's 11 years and a couple of months till 12 years. Married in April 2013, so
yeah, we'll be celebrating our 7-year anniversary during this month. Civil lockdown.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. And where did you meet? Was it love or attraction at first sight?
We met at work. I first saw Mpo. She was coming to do an interview at work. Yeah, and she really looked good. So it was attraction at first sight. I could see she still has amazing eyes, as you can tell. So yeah, it was attraction at first sight.
Yeah, definitely it was. I saw him also. I was sitting at reception. I think I was just about to go into for my interview, and then in walks this dude who dark chocolate skin, and he had on his laptop bag. You know, this guy is coming here to be serious, to do work. You know, he's not about to play here. Play. No. And then I'm attracted to dark guys. So as soon as I saw him walk in, I was like, oh my gosh, who is that chocolate man coming in? And then when he greeted, he smiled a bit. And then I saw dimples and I was like, you know what? This is my person. I've always wanted to have dimples. Even when I was young, I used to think, oh my gosh, let me just poke myself and have dimples. And then when I saw a guy who had dimples, like, oh my gosh, he's so handsome. And I was attracted to him the first time I saw him. And I mean, in his own interview, and I'm seeing a guy, if I get this job.
Yeah, well, I was not in the interview panel, by the way.
Yeah, no. Even when I got the job, he was in a different department than me, so he was my boss in a different department. Yeah, what first attracted her or him to you?
Mpo had a very, very beautiful smile, and she has this bubbly personality that you can't miss. She's a very passionate person, so when she speaks to you and communicates, she draws you in and your attention, and with those eyes, you just get lost in them. So it was pretty easy to fall for him.
Listen, my husband, I so want to kiss him, but we're doing it to me, so I'm not going to do that. But anyway, for me, as I said, it was those dimples, your skin, that was like physically. But then before we started dating, we became friends. I feel for me personally, best relationships start off as friendships. Number one. Yes, others work, but for me personally, that's what I like. So we became friends. We got to know each other, and I love an intelligent man. And my husband, oh, he's amazing. And the way he was such a proud Zulu man, and he taught me so much about the Zulu culture. And just sitting and listening to him talk about who he is and how proud he is for being a Zulu man, I just was taken. We used to sit during lunch together and used to talk to me about how Oshaka Zulu and history of the Zulu people that we don't really have. So it was like so capturing. And honestly, I used to just zone out because I used to be like, oh my gosh, look at him. He's so amazing. But I fell in love with his mind as well during the whole process of falling in love with him. And also the fact that he knew what he wanted. Because after a couple of weeks dating, he was like, listen, what do you want? I don't want to play. Okay, let's get serious. So for me, he knew what he wanted, and one of those things was he wanted me with my imperfections and my flaws. And yeah, so he's got his head screwed on the right way. So I love that about him. Who is the extrovert and who is the introvert, or are you both introverts or extroverts?
You can see already the video. I don't have to say much. No, I'm the quieter one. So yeah.
Yes, my husband is the introvert. For me, I am not an extrovert per se. I think I've got both. I'm both introvert and extrovert. There are situations which actually bring out the introvert in me. And there are situations which bring out extrovert. When I'm working, I have to be extrovert because it's something I'm very passionate about. So yeah, for me, I think it's both. For him, he is introvert, but he does have his moments. People don't know he is crazy, but especially at his work, people don't believe me when I say he is a bit crazy because he's always so serious. Do you have kids? If you have, how are the kids adapting to the lockdown?
We have two kids, one 10-year-old and one a boy, and one 2-year-old. I would say the boy is loving the lockdown because he doesn't have to go to school. It's Cartoon Network all the time. Although we've tried to get some of his schoolwork done over the lockdown, but yeah, mostly TV and him is his first love, so he's actually enjoying it.
Yeah. For us, it's not like just work. You know, there is time for them to catch up on their schoolwork, but let them be kids, play and watch TV, their programs, educational programs as well. And our little princess, the 2-year-old, she doesn't know what's happening. It's like she wakes up, oh, mommy and daddy are here every day. She has no idea. But with her, since her schoolwork is also incorporates a lot of play, so we're doing a lot of cards, numbers, counting, creating shapes with spoons or household stuff, and she's enjoying it, and she wants to do it all the time, even if when mommy is tired. You know, come, let's do triangles, mommy. So yeah, she doesn't care. She's just happy. But my son also was very he was worried when this whole pandemic started, with things that he heard from other kids at school. What, am I going to get sick? So forth and so on. But he also questions, like, when is the lockdown ending? What's happening? You know, so he is very inquisitive and wants to know what's happening with everything. With homeschooling, how are you as a family dealing with that? And is only one person in charge of that part, or do you alternate days?
I think I've taken the older one, and I try as much as I can. Unfortunately, my work is essential, so Monday to Friday, I'm working. But yeah, I try and push him as much as possible.
In between his work and for me, I decided I don't want to do the grade 5 work. It's too much stress. I mean, I'm also studying as well, and so I just don't. It's too much. And then the little one, as I said, it's play. So I love that. I also I'm a kid at heart, so I enjoy that to a certain extent. And then so we've been trying to do what we're supposed to do. Our son got work that he's supposed to get through during this time, and our daughter, her school actually sent us stuff for her to do, and videos and stuff. So we try to keep that up as much as possible. During the lockdown, have you? During the lockdown, have you been under one room 24/7? I think there's something. No. Yeah. During the lockdown, have you been under one room 24/7, or is there one of you who is an essential service worker?
I'm essential, but fortunately I'm able to work from home. So most of the days I've spent working from home, and then I've gone into the office now and then if there's something that needs paperwork and so forth, printing and scanning of many documents and so forth. So I've gone in whenever that has been required. But fortunately, I've been working from home.
For me, I'm not really essential worker, but so I've been here. We have been together 24/7, and this is the longest time we've actually been together under one roof. There are times, I mean, I enjoy my husband's company, so there are times when I need to wrap my around and say, okay, he's busy, okay, his job is important. So, because for me, I'm the talker, so if I see something exciting, because he's never at home, he's at work all the time, we don't see each other during the day. When I see something funny, I'll automatically go to him like, oh, baby, see this, let's read this, let's laugh about it. So, yeah, I want to say that it's been, from my side, that he gets on my nerves, per se, with being him here 24/7. I enjoy my husband. He's my friend. As I said, he is my best friend. So, yeah, the little things that are annoying that we do, annoy each other with, even before, we annoyed each other before he locked down. The little things that he does that I do that we're like, oh, babe, come on. So it's for me personally, it's still the same. Nothing really has changed.
I think it's, for me, it's a bit difficult. There's a lot of train of thought.
Second question. Next question. It's if one or both of you are working from home or studying, are there any distractions which are causing difficulties with your productivity?
What it is even though we working from home, we still have deadlines that we need to meet. We still have reports that we need to do. So sometimes juggling between school work, the kids, and work at home, it does become a bit of difficult. But the fortunate part is that you have many hours of which you can utilize and cover, so it doesn't automatically stop at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
It with kids here to get bored. I don't know, kids today somehow feel that the parents should entertain them a lot. So it does get distractive because they'll see daddy is here. Oh my gosh, daddy's here, and daddy's meanwhile is in a meeting on Skype, and then the kids are probably screaming in the background or coming to try and talk to daddy because daddy's here. So why can't you talk to me? I mean, they don't really understand that, okay, I'm working even though I'm here, and constantly wanting attention. So I think that is also a bit of a problem. But hey, we survive. Okay, how has the lockdown affected you as an individual and as a couple? Okay. Individually for me, it has kind of affected me to some fact that I was stressed out a lot, especially at the beginning. And I did get sick, and I thought I had a COVID-19 because the day before lockdown, I went to the doctor because my chest was a bit tight and my throat felt a bit scratchy. So I was worried that probably I had contracted it. I went to the doctor. They found that I had a sinus drip and my tonsils had flared up. So doctor was like, no, you don't have, there's nothing to worry about. So I did get medication. But for my peace of mind and sort of protecting my family, I decided to quarantine myself in our bedroom, and it was very hard for me because I wasn't able to interact with my kids, and my husband and I really lovey-dovey, huggy, holdy, kissy, and we couldn't do that for a while. And for me, that's my love language. I love being kissed, and because we were always so affectionate as a couple, it was really hard for me. I didn't get better, and I went to the doctor again to say, listen, just test for this. And they said, no, still, I don't have COVID-19. The doctor said, listen, go hold your children. Go kiss your husband because it's affecting you mentally. Everything you are thinking about and feeling is probably just mental. So I decided, let me just do it. And of course, now I'm fine. I don't have the COVID-19. I tend to stress a lot with things. I take them and I stress, and that affects me a lot. So, but as a couple, we, as you said, I think everything for us is normal. I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but we do have conflicts, but we have taught ourselves how to resolve our conflicts in a civilized manner. To try and communicate in everything. And I'm sure all of you who follow me know that I'm very strongly about communication. And what my husband and I have always done from beginning, even before we got married, is to go to therapy. So we taught the tools on how to do conflict resolution, how to talk to each other. So sometimes our arguments do get away get away from us. So, but we know how to say, listen, stop, let's come back, rewind, let's sit down, what's the problem? So with that, it has helped us. With me, with what I do as a coach also helps us. And my husband was never a person who communicates, but he was like, okay, you know what, for my marriage, I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to learn how to talk. I'm going to communicate, listen to my wife. It was also very hard for him to communicate as a man, especially as a Zulu man, getting someone to come in and mediate in our relationship. But he knows that it's for the better.
Yeah, I think a lot of things that you learn as you are in love and about yourself can only be helped by therapy. So I would suggest that anyone who's planning on getting married, just to understand marriage a bit better, because we never know truly what it is to be married. It's different, and no matter how many times or how long you've been in a relationship, once you get married, it's a different thing altogether. There's finances involved, everything is involved. There's kids, there's two families, there's two upbringings, different ideas, pulling this way and pulling that way. So in order for you to sort of get an understanding of where you guys want to go, align your dreams and try and have the same vision of where you're going, you need to basically have someone that's going to teach you how to get there.
And by the way, I Mabunda as a relationship sex coach. I do that. So if a couple is engaged after the lockdown, I still do it via WhatsApp and Skype video and Zoom. So it's very important. Premarital counseling or coaching is very, very important to learn the skills of communicating, because there are a lot of factors that play in a marriage. So you need to be able to handle those and fight those and outside influences to have a healthy marriage. Yeah. So personally, has this been affecting you very personally? As a person?
So personally, yeah. I would think that obviously, number one, freedom. We're so used to the freedom of doing whatever you want at a point in time, being able to go to the park, go to the beach, go to the mall to have something to eat. You miss like things is like KFC, even KFC people. Yes. So
the case is amazing, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, it's different, and with it also comes financial burdens and so forth, economies and stuff. So
yeah, that's so true. Basically, has the way you communicate with each other changed during the lockdown?
No,
for us, no, it's still the same. For us, yes. For me and my husband, we both people who love spending time at home in our house with the family, with our kids. So it's not, because now it's said you can't go. Yes, you miss it, but we enjoy being at home. So to us, it's still the same. We communicate the same way. We enjoy each other's company more than anyone else's. So it's still the same. Communication, fine. If we have conflict, we have conflict. If we don't, we work it out. So yeah, it's still the same. Do you give each other space, me time, or is the one person who constantly wants you to always be together causing conflict?
I think it's very difficult to have me time. We do now and then, but there's kids involved, and remember now there's no one assisting at home.
Yeah.
So definitely you don't get the me time that you would like. But yeah, there is times where you are able to just shut off and be.
Yeah, what we usually do, Shambe, is to go to the other room and probably watch whatever program I want to watch in the other room, or sports or whatever, and probably we enjoy PlayStation quite a lot, so you can get to play PlayStation if the kids are asleep. But the kids will come, when we try, but it's not really that much. But I do get time. I do watch Netflix by myself, busy with something else. As I said, go to the other room and watch something, dabble in a book here and there, but not that much. We don't really. Okay, the COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown has had a huge impact in all our lives, emotionally, mentally, socially, financially, etc. Do you both take time to share your concerns with each other so you can both understand what the other person is going through? Or is there one of you who shuts down and not communicate about their feelings?
I think we communicate. We don't keep quiet if something is really bothering us. I think we've communicated about each and every aspect and worries that we've had, from finances to kids, what's going to happen with the kids afterwards.
Mental states. I think we again, it goes down to how well you communicate as a couple. This for us hasn't changed anything, because if we're not a united front, then things are going to crumble around us, and we don't want that. We said through sickness and health, everything. So we need to understand what the other person is feeling, so I can help if he's feeling in some way. And the same, you need to be my shoulder to cry on if there's a problem. In a marriage, you need to be that person's shoulder, that person's strength. Someone is weak somewhere else, then the person needs to step up and be straight. So if he shuts down or I shut down, then how am I supposed to help him? How are we supposed to help each other deal with whatever situation that the person is going through? So we've spoken about everything, and if I am feeling emotional about something, he's there to say, calm down, babe, you know, everything will. He's very optimistic about everything. He's very, he trusts everything is going to be okay. And I need that in him because I go a bit cuckoo. So we are each other's shoulder, no matter what. So we've discussed, okay, what we expect if this lockdown goes on, how we're going to survive, what's going to happen, this, and how we're consoling our kids. So yeah, we've spoken about everything. Again, it goes back to how we, as a couple, communication in Njani as a couple. So we communicate through and through with my husband. Before lockdown, did you have weekly date night or us time? If you did, how are you keeping that up now?
I would say we had us time. It's not always possible to go on dates when there's kids involved. We still have us time once the kids have gone to bed. So with me not traveling to work as well and working from home, it means you can get in an extra hour or so after the kids have slept, just to sit down and relax and talk and just be together.
Yeah, it's you see also with us, our date nights used to be mostly on the weekends because we could take the kids to Grand and just have us time. But now we can't do that, so we have to wait. What we always did even before lockdown, after the kids got gone to sleep, we switch off the TV, we just discuss day to day what happened during the day. So that's how we sort of spend time now with each other, is do that, just talk about, okay, how are you feeling today? Oh, I went through this, maybe I thought of this, and you know, so but there's not much really to talk about because you can't even go out and see someone on the street like, oh baby, by the way. So it's but just knowing we're there and laughing about something, or just sharing Netflix and laughing, probably Kevin Hart comedy and just laughing, and it's very good and healthy to be laughing at this time because everything is so and stressful. So we try to laugh a lot, and I'm very funny, so I entertain my husband with my jokes, so I always make him laugh. So yeah, that's stress away, to take the stress away. Is there anyone who consumes alcohol or smoke? If both and one of you do, how is the banning of both affecting you, or did you stock up before lockdown?
We both do drink alcohol. We thought we had enough because it was only supposed to be 21 days. But now, hey, things are hard. No, just joking. I wouldn't say it's affecting us. I would say, yeah, we do miss having that drink.
One glass of wine.
Yeah, having that drink and just relaxing and unwinding.
Yeah, you see, for me, I didn't drink for like 3 weeks before lockdown. 1 week before lockdown, because I was just trying to say, listen, I don't need alcohol all the time. And then the 2 weeks whereby I was sick. So then I realized, listen, for me personally, there's nothing alcohol. No one needs it, but you do get those times where you just want to relax with a glass of something, and yeah, hopefully 14 days we'll be there as soon as it opens. With the kids 24/7, it's
hopefully, otherwise you'll get dear South Africa.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, but smoking, we both don't smoke. No, don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, last question. Has your sex life changed or been affected during the lockdown period? Has the uncertainty affected one person or both your libidos?
No, nah. Still edit like bunnies.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else can
What?
you do?
Yeah. No other form of entertainment.
What else can you do? Listen, you see, I told you he was not shy. No, it hasn't really affected us. We carry on as normal. Yeah, I don't even think we think about it. That may lockdown when it comes to that part. So, yeah, listen, I just want to tell couples, have sex, orgasms are stress relievers. If you're stressed about this whole lockdown thing, this is scientifically proven. Orgasms are good for you. So, husbands, when a woman says they've got headaches, give them an orgasm. It's a natural painkiller. So, listen, there's no excuse not to have sex. It's amazing. You forget, you feel good during and afterwards. So, explore with each other, communicate even about everything, and then this won't be a stressful thing. Be friends again, reignite your passion again during this time. So take this time to learn about each other again. You fell in love for a reason. So if you had forgotten why you fell in love, take this time during the lockdown to reignite, to remember why you fell in love with that person. Okay, I had, I think it was last month, February, I did a challenge that we should try and remember why we fell in love with people, with the people we're with. Tell each other you love each other every single day. It's very important. We all see that life is short. Anything can happen. So tell your person you love them. I love you, baby.
I love you too.
And then tell your kids you love them. Also,
very important.
Tell them they're great, they're amazing, and listen, enjoy your people. Call your parents if you can't. Tell them you love them. Skype them. Life is short. Once one person goes, you can't bring them back. So just really appreciate each other, and there's nothing much you can do, and just pray that God helps us during this time, and this
keep safe.
Yeah, keep safe, and this hopefully will pass. It might take a long time to go back to where we used to be, but let's just support each other and love each other, and we'll get through anything. So I hope these, with the questions that I put down, and our answers have helped out. It will help out a lot of you guys. And if you're having problems, I'm here. You can contact me. This is my job. I do it. I help couples speak, communicate, coach them how to communicate. Again, if you're getting married after the lockdown, you can contact me. If you're having problems, sexual problems, again, you can contact me. I can assist you. Single people also, masturbation is very good. If you need to talk to me about that, some people probably have never masturbated. I can help you, coach you on how and what to do. Yeah, so everyone, love you, and have amazing relationships, communication, amazing sex. Love you. That's it.